Okay, in today's video, I want to go over some really exciting updates to our Weave Outreach product, which is our SMS platform. So we've learned that SMS marketing is really only powerful when it reaches the right customers at the right time. This new update was built to make that super easy by automatically identifying valuable customer segments, grading their potential, showing the estimated margin, and showing you how much it will cost to send. So now instead of blasting your entire customer base or guessing which campaigns might work, you can now see where the money's at, prioritize the best opportunities, and create targeted campaigns that drive real results. So, okay, let's dive into it. Okay, so to see all the cool new updates, we're going to go to marketing and then we're going to go to outreach. So if you're not already part of the outreach program, you might not see this exact screen. You're probably going to see some instructions on how to get approved. I would highly recommend following those steps or just giving us a call to get the ball rolling because we've really seen outreach and SMS messages drive sales. And so it's a really great tool for your business. So I'd highly recommend getting approved for it. Okay, so the new stuff starts right off the bat here with our suggested campaigns. So it's important to understand this is all based on your sales data, your customer data, your product data. All of this stuff is based on your data and isn't just a kind of random suggested campaign. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these suggested campaigns. So let's look at this middle one here just because it looks a little more interesting. So this is concentrate enthusiast high value. So you can kind of see some rough data about this. So estimated margin of 5,040. It's a 55x return, $91 to send it out. And then you can see it's going to target around 1,514 customers. So the idea behind this campaign is going to be concentrate buyers with above average lifetime spend. So it's just targeting your high spenders that enjoy concentrates. So if we click draft campaign, it's going to do exactly that. It's going to draft up a campaign for us. So it's going to pre-populate all of this data. It's important to understand this is fully editable, so you can change this at any time. So it's going to name your campaign. It's going to auto create the segment, which is our concentrate enthusiast high spenders. It's just going to be a one-time frequency. It'll schedule it for tomorrow at 10 a.m. So you can also change that. And then it'll also pre-populate this landing page message. I also want to point out the landing image. This is a way to just use a flyer in your message. So it would send more of like a targeted marketing flyer rather than just a bunch of text. So what you could do is copy this text or generate your own, put that on a flyer and add that as an image to your actual text message. And then that way your outreach will just have a little bit more of like a marketing flyer feel to it. All of this is pretty much ready to go. You could, in theory, just click create and send this out and be done with it that easily. So the real power here is in auto-generating this segment, your concentrate enthusiast high value. So you could, in theory, take this campaign, which is going to target these 1,514 customers. These are all your concentrate enthusiasts, and just kind of change this however you want, this landing page message. So if you want to target different products or certain brands or anything to these specific concentrate enthusiasts, you could do that. And you would do that here just by tailoring your message to those people and to that specific promotion. Okay, so now that we went through creating a suggested campaign, we can kind of see what it looks like after you run a campaign now. So we have some cool statistics on all of your previous campaigns. So you can see a rough overview of all of these different metrics, and you can also see this nice little bar graph here that shows you all of your campaigns, which are these vertical lines, and then your sales for the following days. So you can kind of see there's a clear relationship here between a campaign and a slight uptick in your sales. So every campaign results in a slightly higher sales day the following few days. Okay, so if you scroll down, you can see some cool metrics about specific campaigns. So these are all previous campaigns, and you can see a rough overview of what the target audience was. So everyone is your entire list, and then all of your delivered, return, revenue, all that good stuff, and we even give it a grade. So if you click into one of these campaigns, you can see some more information about this, including the cost per acquisition, the win backs, and then it'll show you exactly what was sent out and then any errors. Okay, so that was the campaign page. We also have the segment page. So if you click on the segments tab up here, you can see some new stuff for our segment builders. So at the top here, we have the suggested segments. These are going to mirror your suggested campaigns. So these are just the customer segments that would be generated on those campaigns, but this is just going to create that customer segment. You might want to do this if you want to create more of a custom campaign. So you could create these segments and they'll be available in your campaign builder, and you can kind of create anything you want around these specific segments. Below that is your saved segments. So these are all ones that you've already created, and you could build more campaigns around these, duplicate them, or get rid of them. Okay, so a really cool feature we have in this update is our new segment builder. So when you're on the segment tab, you can click this plus button here and it'll take you to this chat. So essentially, you can just treat this as a chat where you want to try to build a segment. So there are a few starting examples here. So for example, online shoppers who haven't been back in 30 days. So this might be a good starting point for your chat. But if you want to just start a random new chat and kind of get out some ideas that you have for a customer segment, you can do that. All right, so I'm asking, I want to target customers who frequently purchase flour and concentrate together that I haven't texted in the last 10 days. So it's now saying there are 320 customers who have purchased flour and concentrate together, and I haven't reached out to them in 10 days. So we have this cool feature now if we want to refine it. So there are a few different options it's suggesting. So narrow to customers who visited in the last 30 days, or maybe high frequency buyers that have a score of 4 or higher, or expand it to also include vape buyers. So let's do that. I think we have a vape category here that's separate from our concentrate specific category. So I think this is a good suggestion so we can kind of broaden the customer group. Okay, so that's exactly what happened. So now we have 571 customers when we added in our vape category. Okay, so now it's going to give us a few more suggestions. So this one seems like it would be helpful. So narrowing it to customers who haven't visited in the last 14 days. So let's click that and see what that does for us. Okay, cool. So that dropped it down to 396. So now our segment is people who haven't shopped in 14 days, we haven't texted them, they buy flour and concentrate or vapes together. So I think that this is a pretty good segment for now. So it's 396 people, it's an estimated margin of 771, and it's going to cost us 20 bucks to send it. So I'll click save segment here, and it's going to auto name it for us, and I think that's a pretty good name, so we'll just save that, and there it is. So now if we want to use this segment, we could click build campaign, and what it's going to do is build the campaign around it for us. So we'll still need to enter a few things here. So we'll name it, we'll have to enter in our landing message, and then we could go ahead and create and send that out. So this chat here is really a tool for you to just build a segment in whatever way you want. So you can really get creative with this and just try to get your ideas out and build segments around what you think might be helping your store or what you see in terms of trends with customers and stuff like that. So you should just be able to chat with this and really get a segment built around your needs. Okay, I also want to point out that if you're on the campaign page here and you click the plus button, this is your normal build campaign page. So if you don't want to use all those fancy new features, you can click that plus button and build a campaign from scratch. You can pick a segment that you want, you name it, put your own landing page message on there, all that good stuff. This is still here for the people that might want to just build their own custom campaigns and not use those new tools. Okay, so that was a lot of new information. So obviously, if you have any questions, please reach out to us. You can find our info here on the support page. You can call or email us, and I would highly recommend calling or emailing just to get set up with marketing SMS if you don't already have that. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and we'll talk to you soon.